Hi, darling.
Hello.
How was your day at work?
It was very stressful today.
Long day?
Yes, yeah.
All right. Hey, everybody, how's it going? It's going to be an exciting weekend. I got the boss here, Miss Jude. Judy, but we all call her Miss Jude. She's normally the person behind the scenes. She does all the social media to the girls out there, huh?
Yes, yes.
So you normally don't see her. She's kind of in the shadows. Kind of a loner, huh?
A little bit, maybe.
Yeah. But anyway, it's going to be an exciting weekend. We're headed to Ponca City tomorrow, Ponca City, Oklahoma, to the Moto playground. Man, that's something that I've always wanted to go to, even as a kid when I raced. They always called it I believe they call it the Grand National. But it's been going on forever. Even my dad's talked about it back in the 70s. Ponca City has deep roots in motocross, so I'm pumped.
Yes.
And I know you like that part of the world.
I do.
That and Texas.
Yes, yes.
You got a lot of Texas blood in you. Well, your dad lives in Oklahoma too.
Yes, yes. So we're pretty excited.
But anyway, we're going to be leaving tomorrow. Actually, we're going there. Josh Hernandez, number 359 out of Texas, will be there. And he just moved to Dallas from the Dallas area from
Andrews, Texas.
Andrews, Texas.
Yeah.
And Josh last weekend at the Pro Challenge in Texas. Man, that's a big race. A lot of pros show up to that race. You know, it's a $25,000 purse. So it draws some big time guys, and Josh did really good there. We talked to him and he said his cardio was really good. He felt good. He still had gas left in the tank at the end of a 30-minute moto, and the second moto he struggled with the rear brake problem. He didn't have any rear brakes, so he spent a little too much time in the pits trying to get his brakes going, and by the time he was heading back to the gate in the second moto, the gate already dropped. That had to be a terrible feeling, huh?
No kidding.
seeing the
adrenaline rush right there.
Yeah, totally. Seeing the field already leaving.
Yeah.
But he managed to work his way up to like 19th or 20th, somewhere there in the mid. And you know, you guys are all motocrossers that are watching this. You know how hard that is to do, and how hard you have to push yourself to fight your way back up to that, especially with a field that's stacked like that. So Josh Hernandez will be in Ponca. We're going to go there and support him, and he's somebody we really love, and we're excited to kind of hang with Josh all weekend. I think he's got his traveling partner there. I think his name's Jeremy. So they got their old moto van packed with 3 bikes, 250 and a 450. They got 3 bikes shoved in that privateer van. But
nice.
they made it there tonight. He sent me some pics. But anyways, we wanted to talk about, we got our new logo out here. Want to talk about a few things tonight. Sometimes Judy has to shut me down. I get to
rambling.
She starts giving me hand signals behind the camera. But we got our new logo here, faith culture. We want to talk a little, whoops, yeah, thanks Miss Jude. We want to see, she's already kind of getting me lined out here. We want to talk a little bit about it. You know, one of Judy's ideas was to, maybe use some different colors, Yamaha YZ blue, KTM orange, Cowie green, and your favorite red, right?
Yes.
Honda red.
Yep.
And Suzuki yellow. But so you may see some different colors coming out. But I want to talk a little bit about our logo to start out with. Faith culture is who we are, and I know a lot of you have seen our name, but I hope you've given it more thought than that. In life, your culture, the people that are watching, your culture is motocross. At least the majority of you are. That's what your culture is: motocross or supercross or riding dirt bikes, whether it be enduro or whatever your discipline is. But in life, it takes faith to overcome, to defeat and overcome. And you can't roll up to a gate without having faith in yourself. If you're spiritual, without having faith in God. You know, you just can't do things without believing. I don't care what your religion is. I don't care if you're atheist, agnostic, Buddhist, whatever. I mean, we're Christian, but it takes believing to be able to do anything in life, whether it's a marriage, whether it's getting through hard times, huh?
Yes.
We've all experienced those, huh?
We have been. Yes.
And without that, I just don't know how you do it. Do you?
I don't, because I've had to have a lot of faith in my life. You know, and just like you said, just having that faith and pulling up to the gate, or you know, and
getting back on the bike after a bad
Right.
injury or something like that.
Right.
Coming back from an injury, having faith during an injury, healing. So faith culture, we hope that, you know, that really resonates with you, and it means something special to you like it does to us. I mean, faith culture, that's, you know, we use the K, we like being different, you know. Everybody uses the C, huh?
Yes.
K is kind of cool, but checkered flag represents racing, you know. I grew up racing as a kid. My dad raced in the 70s. Judy, you grew up in a deep rodeo family.
I did.
You get racing because you grew up in a rodeo family that did it every weekend since you were a kid, huh?
Yes. Yes, we were big into the rodeo, amateur rodeos, Texas, Oklahoma, New Mexico.
Grandpa had a rodeo company.
Yes, he did. He's a stock contractor out of southern Colorado. So yeah, this is kind of a switch for me, but I really enjoy it.
It's a switch, but you get it because you understand the whole weekend thing. You understand, you know, privateer life. You know, we work with some privateers out there. Privateers are close to our heart. That's really what a lot of our faith culture designs are based upon. I mean, they're based upon motocross, supercross, whatever, but the privateer world is really what's the emphasis, not the emphasis probably ain't the right word, but maybe the inspiration, I guess you could say. But, you know, just like rodeo, like Miss Jude's talking about, whether, you know, the rodeo world, you're traveling from rodeo to rodeo on your last dime, and the only thing that's going to get you back home is the money you make, right?
Win,
Yeah.
That's right.
So, you know, motocross is the same way, especially in that privateer world. I mean, chasing nationals, what is it, like $200 an entry?
Mm-hmm.
We figured out, what did we figure out one time, that going to a national, if you were to stay in a hotel and food and everything, was like $800 to $1,100 it could be, depending on how long you were there for the weekend and stuff. It's crazy expensive. I mean, chasing nationals, chasing supercross races, and how do you do that without having faith in your culture? How do you do that without believing and having faith in yourself or something bigger than yourself? And that's where, so the checkered flag represents that. And again, you know, the Bible says finish the race, you know, and you don't finish the race without believing. One of the things we struggled with, you know, coming up with a new logo is tough, right? There's so many logos out there, and you don't want to be like other people, or you don't even want to resemble other people. You want to be your own thing. And so one of the things that Judy and I talked about is, what do we come up with a slogan? And she came up with things that affected her own life, and that we knew would affect your lives. You know, whether you're a privateer, you're a novice motocross racer, or you're a parent of a racer. I mean, you know, we have 5 kids between both of us, and it's a struggle, huh?
It is a struggle.
Raising kids and trying to support them, racing, and you know, it's tough. Money, jobs, relationships, everything's tough. And if you don't defeat and overcome, you know, in life, it just eats your lunch. And for the privateer racer out there that is full of doubt and fear, and, you know, rolls up to the gate with factory riders on each side of them that just rolled their bikes out of a big old semi-trailer. You know, just think about, you know, the privateer, he's back behind those big rigs. You know, you look at Kyle Dillon, right? He's in a van that he borrowed from his grandpa because
His van broke down.
Right.
When he was leaving for Las Vegas last May.
Right, and he's his own mechanic.
He is, yes. Sweet kid, sweet humble kid. He's a very humble kid.
Yeah, and you know when you're rolling your bike through the pit, you're rolling your bike or riding your bike near those factory rides that have a line of people waiting for an autograph a mile long, huh?
Yes.
And that plays with your psyche. In the world of motocross, motocross is a physically demanding mental sport, and I don't care how confident you are in life. You could be the most confident person in the world. Motocross is one of those sports that is gonna challenge your confidence. And maybe at the novice level, the amateur level, you get up in that privateer world, when you're rolling your bike by or riding your bike by a factory ride, and you're rolling up to the gate, there's a lot of doubt. There's a lot of doubt why you're there. You're looking on both sides of you, and the factory rider's there with this mechanic, and you're wondering what you're even doing there. You know what I mean? A lot of doubt comes into play, and confidence issue comes in. I mean, privateers, the privateer life, those riders are fast. They could go to any local or regional race, and we watch them all the time, right? We watch them all the time. They dominate. They're up there in the top 5. They are fast. But it's crazy when you put it in perspective. They're going up against the fastest, if you're talking motocross, the fastest 40 riders in the world on that given day. 40. When you think about all the motocross riders in the country or the world, 40 isn't that many. I mean, we've had 40 in our backyard in a barbecue. And so the privateer is going up against the 40 fastest riders. We're talking about the privateer rider that is fast. He is bad to the bone. He is confident, and he has a gift to ride. But he's going up against the fastest 40, or if we're talking supercross, the fastest 20 of the fastest riders in the world. And not only are they fast, but they're super confident. They got a good head game going on. They got the best cardio there is out there. And they're on the fastest, machines. They're on the fastest bike, some of the best equipment. So a privateer rolling up there, you can't roll up there and not be on his game. And so that's what faith culture represents. That's what we talk about in our videos, our Moto Mind videos, our defeat and overcome is our war cry. To you, the privateer out there, you have got to defeat and overcome. And a lot of times the battle isn't physical. It's not flesh and blood. The battle is a mental battle.
Mental. That's right.
I mean, you can elaborate on that. I mean,
yes.
Think about just the mental battle. I mean, you could be the best. You could have all the cardio in the world and have the fitness down, or even have the bike or a great trainer, but if it falls apart up here, it falls apart everywhere.
Right. Just that twisted thinking.
Oh,
really
bad.
Get you in some trouble.
Yeah, and it's crazy stuff, right?
Yes.
I mean, it's riding through, Anaheim 1 or Anaheim 2 and looking around and wondering if you're good enough. When you start asking yourself if you're good enough, that I would say that twisted thinking is beginning to move in, right? The enemy is beginning to move in. And just like an air cleaner or an air filter, if you don't hold those thoughts captive and stop those thoughts, you are good enough. I mean, we were born winners. You were born winners. You were born beautiful. You were born awesome. You were born with everything you need inside of you. You have a gift. Don't waste it. Don't worry about tomorrow, and don't look back at yesterday. Learn from your mistakes, but that's what faith culture is about. So that's what we want to talk about. It's about defeating and overcoming. For the parents out there of the kids racing, it's about defeating and overcoming in your marriage, in your relationship. It's about believing what you're doing is right. It's about watching your kid get injured and believing and knowing that it's going to be okay. And heaven forbid. There's people out there that deal with so many bad things, and it's awful.
Right. Yes.
But again, jumping back to that privateer life, it's brutal. You hate to use the word brutal, but I believe in being honest. And it's a life that's rewarding. Those guys are living their dreams, but at the same time, they are dealing with tons of trials, victories, defeats, doubt. They're going to races not even having the money to get there, but they're going on faith. They're having faith in their culture. They know when they get there, they don't even know how they're going to get home, because their passion is so strong. That's what keeps them going. That's what keeps their dream alive. They're going for broke. So that's why a lot of these privateers, you'll find that they kind of pick and choose through the year. They can't hit every national. They can't hit every supercross race. Guys like Kyle Dillon. We know so many of those privateers, but Josh Hernandez. You look at Josh out of Texas. He spends some time hitting those money races. The Pro Challenge was a $25,000 purse. Those guys hit those races up to win some money, so they can go on to a national, so they can go on to a supercross race. But and that's what faith culture is about. At the motocross privateer inspired clothing company, if you look at our designs, they are privateer inspired. I want to talk a little bit about Kyle Dillon. Kyle Dillon is very special to us. He's special to Miss Jude and I both. We've spent some time with Kyle Dillon, talking about the struggles and the victories, and it's awesome stuff. Kyle Dillon out of New York, Middletown, New York. If you look at some of our designs, they were inspired by Kyle Dillon. When we're sitting there visiting with him, this is a young man that's 19, 20. Actually, his birthday is this month. He's going to be turning 21 in October. But if you look at him, look how far he's traveled.
Yes.
By himself.
Right. Yeah, he was in Las Vegas in May.
Yeah.
He traveled from New York to Las Vegas by himself, and when we met him, he was his own mechanic. He was eating some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches when we pulled up there, and just a great guy, and a very humble guy. He was so thankful that Dave and I had stopped by to visit with him, and he's awesome. He really is, he comes from he doesn't have a huge backing, but the backing he does have is family, and you can tell how tight that family is. You can just watch his friends and family. What keeps him going is friends, family, and faith, and it's real obvious to see that. His dad, his mom. I talked to his little brother Jeremy. I think he's 15. He's a sophomore in high school, or maybe he's a freshman. He's going to be another one to watch. His big brother's Kyle, and Kyle's dad, I think, raced, and it's just a motocross family, and that's what it takes. It takes believing in one another, and it takes encouragement, and it takes he's just a great kid. We love that kid. Yes.
So Kyle Dillon, if you're watching out there, we can't wait. We need to get there to New York and kind of hang with the fam, and we can't wait to eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. We may have to take our grill and bust out a cheeseburger for him, huh?
There you go. Yeah.
So so when you all look at those designs out there, they're privateer inspired, but at the same time they're conceptualized. Conceptualized?
Yes.
Is that the right word? It's pretty big for me.
That's big for you.
But
but they're conceptualized from privateers. So we just don't want you to think that these designs come out of nowhere. We want them to be unique. We want them to be more than a t-shirt. We want them to have deep meaning to you. We want them to kind of encompass and embrace the feeling, the thought, the trials, the victories of that privateer life. And the sale of our t-shirts, just to throw that out there, go back to people like Kyle Dillon. Go back to your Josh Hernandez's, your privateers out there. But anyway, Kyle Dillon, man, he's gonna hit the East Coast races out there, the East Coast Supercross races, and we love you, man. But we want to talk about somebody else, and that's who we're going to see this weekend. And we want to talk about some other people too. You know, name dropping is always so darn hard. I mean, you start dropping names, we know so many nice people, huh? And it's like, God,
a lot of nice ones.
You know, and it's so hard because you know, you feel bad leaving people out, but there's just so many wonderful people out there. And so it's kind of tough sometimes, but we want to talk about this young man here, Josh Hernandez, Texas boy. He actually just turned 21. Him and Kyle are about a month apart. He just turned 21 as 21-year-old birthday in September, and moved from Andrews, Texas. And you know, another guy like Kyle doesn't have a big backing behind him. You know, he's on his own dime. He's scraping up money every weekend, working during the week, trying to raise enough money while he's training, while he's practicing, while he's fixing his own bike. He's his own mechanic. He's his own trainer. He's another one of those guys that's just out there killing it. I mean, another privateer rider out there, another super humble. Yes. We talk to him all the time. You know, he's another one of those guys that's very special to us. We're going to be meeting him in Ponca this weekend. We're going to be hanging out with him. We're going to cook him some cheeseburgers.
I think we are.
Yeah, I've been eating too many of them. And she's been running and working out, but I haven't been very good at that. Actually, I had to crank my suspension up on my bike, and I about need a new spring because I'm past the spring setting for it. But anyways, Josh Hernandez, we're coming to see you, man. And your buddy Jeremy, we're going to meet you. And there's a lot of other Texas riders out there. You know, Josh has a lot of friends. We've seen him on Instagram and Facebook, so we're going to meet you guys out there. But we want to kind of go through and talk about some other things. Tend to ramble on a little bit. I apologize. I don't want to keep these things long. But Cody Dorfler, there's a lot of privateers out there. Cody Dorfler, he's a fast rider. He hit the AMA Supercross last year. Him and his dad and his girlfriend Cassidy Bickford, she's fast too. She's dealing with. She's been kind of sick lately, but she's fast. But Cody just recovering from back surgery. He's gonna come back strong. He's gonna do good. We hung out with Todd Bannister a couple weekends ago. Travis Bannister, great families. Their little buddy Eric, your favorite.
Yes.
That kid's awesome, isn't he?
He is awesome.
Riding a little.
77.
Oh man, just awesome, awesome. You know, you always see his dad out there, huh? His mom and dad, just huge, just love, just lots of love.
Yes.
Gosh, so many cool people. Joey Olson up in Denver, he does motocross. He's not doing supercross, he's doing the motocross.
Aaron Bowers out of
Aaron Bowers out of Amarillo. Thank you, Miss Jude. BowersMX.com. They got their own track out there, Bowers Motocross Park. They just built a new track. Aaron's a senior in high school, so that's kind of tough when you're in sports. You know, he's big into football and he's focusing on that. But Aaron's one of those guys we talk to a lot, and super nice kid, just very respectful.
We have our little friend back in Iowa.
Yeah, Jackson Chambers right now. I talked to his dad, Trent. Nice family, Trent. great supporter of his son. His mom, Jackson's mom and his dad Trent are great. He's got a little brother. They're actually at the Verb Classic right now in Iowa. The Verb Classic is a neat deal. It's like a national, but at a local level. So they bring in some ringers, they bring in some fast riders. It draws a lot of talent, but it's not blown way out of proportion. So that whole Verb Classic series is pretty awesome. But yeah, they're enjoying their new camper there as a family. And Jackson, he's 13?
Yes.
13 years, and he's doing football too. He's kind of in the same situation as Aaron. He's in school now and loves riding. He actually is going to be setting up, I think they got an EVS booth set up. He's an ambassador of EVS. Go see those guys. Go see Jackson and Jackson Chambers there in Iowa at the Verb Classic this weekend. Kind of going down through, who am I missing, Miss Jude?
We are missing all 5 of the ladies, Dave.
Okay, well, I'll turn it over to you, man. I'm kind of a space cadet.
We missed it.
Came home and had a beer and was tired. And
we have some awesome ladies that are racing they're just great. They're awesome reppers of faith culture. We have Lindsay Hafer out of Cheyenne, Wyoming. That girl is super fast.
Oh, jeez. I tell you what, she unloads her bike, I'm loading my bike back up in the truck. But she's dealing with she's been working a lot, right?
She has been, yes.
And she's dealing with a nagging shoulder injury. It's hard to get through that.
Also, we have Tove Knox. She's a Colorado rider too. She is awesome. She
is awesome.
Rushed last weekend and
Loretta.
competed with the college boy
class, yeah.
This weekend she is going to Thunder Valley in Lakewood.
And she did good in Loretta Lynn's. Her and her mom drove all the way out together to Loretta's and got her mom and dad are nice people. We've met them both.
Yes.
So we like Tove.
Yeah.
Good job, Tove.
Stephanie Sutherland out of Southern California.
SoCal, yep.
And, she's getting ready to hit the trail too. She's headed to Arizona in December.
She lives just down the road from your brother.
She does.
We got to go out and see her and maybe catch her at Glen Helen or something.
Yes.
Keep it up, Steph.
And we have a little rider out of Prince George, British Columbia. She is just a little ball of fire every time you watch her ride. She's just all over. She does enduros. She's going to an off-road race this weekend.
Oh yeah, and she's a fireball.
She is super pumped about that.
She does a lot of those technical little trails, big into enduro, and always got a smile on her face. Always producing cool videos, and just a little ball of fire.
She's an awesome little lady.
She may be small, but she's got
powerful.
She's got a lot of heart.
Yes.
A lot of heart.
Then we have a girl out of Louisiana, Courtney Gerald. That girl. Southern girl, yeah. She just went to Alabama last weekend.
Yep.
Competed, said she did really well. So
she's getting prepared for the Internet Cross Series, right?
Yes, right.
Her and Stephanie and Tove are gonna rub some paint.
Yes.
They're gonna bump some bars.
It's gonna be exciting to watch all of them.
Yeah.
And how they all do. So anyways,
exactly right.
I say just keep it up, women. You're doing awesome.
Yeah, and talk a little bit about the women. Wouldn't you say women's motocross is something that just hasn't really got the respect it deserves.
That it needs to be.
It needs to be. I mean,
some of these gals are super fast.
Right, and you always say when we go to a supercross race is hugging the girls late in the night show, huh?
That's right, exactly.
Yeah, you're always mad about that.
Right.
But yeah, you're right. Those girls, they train just as hard.
Right.
They're riding 250s. Those bikes aren't light. The same bikes the dudes ride, right?
Right.
They're throwing them things around, and women's motocross. Of course, you're biased because you're a woman and you got 3 girls that ride.
Yes, right. I think, Dave, if I had to go to a training for motorcycle riding, I'd want those 5 girls to be my trainers. They're pretty darn awesome.
They are.
Yeah.
They all are.
Yep. And, I love to just chat with them on Instagram or, just texting back and forth.
Well, like Miss Jude said, I've been running my mouth for too long and we ran our battery down. But we were just saying, we always want to provide more support than we do because, you all are so awesome and We really appreciate it. We really do. We appreciate all of our Instagram followers, all of our Facebook followers. Excuse me, you guys all rock, and we love you all, and you know, that's what we want to do. That's what, before we sell a t-shirt to anybody, we would rather inspire somebody and give them hope. And life's tough, huh?
It is very tough at times.
Whether it's racing motocross, marriage, relationships, kids.
Yes.
It's a tough world, and you got to be tougher than life sometimes.
That's right.
And you can't do it without believing in yourself. You can't do anything without believing in yourself. So we just want to thank you. And if you're at Ponca City this weekend at Moto Playground, come see us. We're probably going to be over at Josh Hernandez's tent. You'll see our banner hanging. We got some free stickers. Come over and say hi, and Godspeed to all you riders and you privateers out there. Don't quit believing, man. Don't quit believing. Just keep following, chasing that dream, huh?
That's right. That's right.
You got a gift, use it.
That's right. You never know until you get it.
Yep.
Work hard for it.
Yeah, and you know, so many people give up on their dreams, huh?
They do. Yes.
And that's, you got to push through those tough times, don't you? You got to defeat and overcome. So we appreciate your time. We got some new stickers out here. She's always making fun of me. So anyways, thank you all, and we appreciate it. Our website is www.faithculture.com. We have a YouTube channel. Check out some of our videos, and have a great night. We'll see you at the Moto Playground.